are back with Math Day 7. Alright, we are now adding money. So we may have to regroup, we may not, but we'll learn both ways. To start us off, we have several items for sale. And this says Eva buys the bookmark and the grapes. So let's find the bookmark. It's 30 cents. And the grapes, 45 cents. She has to pay, and they worked it out for us, but we're going to work it out anyway. This is our example. So she bought the bookmark and the grapes. Now they have it written out sideways, okay? When it's written out sideways, you can leave it that way and regroup. So we would regroup by making this 45 a 40 and a 5. Because now it's easy, we can do our mental math strategies. We know that 30 plus 40 is 70. We can do that in our head because when we add a multiple of 10, we keep our 0. And we add our tens places. 3 plus 4 is 70. So we know from our mental math strategies that 30 cents plus 40 cents is 70. Have we used our 5 yet? No. Do we have to use it? Yes. We still need to come and add it. 75 cents. That's regrouping that way. Now, anytime you see a math equation written out sideways, we learned we can always stack it up. That way, okay? Now, when we stack it up, we always start on the far right, which in this case is our ones column. We keep our ones lined up. We keep our tens lined up. If we don't line it up, we might get the wrong answer. So we have to keep our columns lined up. These are our ones. 0 plus 5 is 5. 3 plus 4 is 7. 75 cents. So whether you regroup this way or whether you stack it and regroup up and down, we didn't have to regroup on this one. We will though. Either way, you still get the same answer, 75 cents. Okay. Let's do a little more practice and then we'll get our workbook out. We are going to go to this page and see what we can buy. Alright. How much will a toy car and a bag of marbles cost? Here is our toy car. Here is our bag of marbles. So that is 65 plus 30. This is stacked up. 5 plus 0 is 5. 6 plus 3 is 9, and that's where those fast facts come in handy. You probably didn't even have to think about what 6 plus 3 is, because we've done fast facts all year long. So those are your fast facts, because now they're fast. Now they're coming to you. Or we could write it out this way. 65 plus 30. And we would regroup. We would change this to 60 and 5. Now we can add our 60 and 30 a lot quicker, because we know that 60 and 30 is 90. We keep our 0 and add our tens column. Then we haven't done anything with this 5 yet. We've got to use it. So bring it down here and add it in. 95 cents. We get the same answer on both strategies. You use the strategy that you feel is easiest for you. Whichever strategy you're more comfortable with is perfectly fine. Alright, now I want you to get your workbook out. And we will start on page 227. Workbook page 227. And we're going to add our money up all together. So, they've got our money out. 25 cents here, plus 19, so a dime, a nickel, and 4 pennies. This is a quarter, it's 25. A dime, a nickel, 4 pennies. Now, after you do your math, if you want to go up and count your money and check your answer, that's perfectly fine. 25 cents plus 19 cents. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 19. It's written this way. We can stack it and work it both ways. Okay. 9 plus 5, we know from our fast facts, is, yell it out, 14. Very good. Can I write it like that? No, I have to keep my ones in my 1 column and my tens in my tens column. So in the number 14, 4 ones, they stay in the ones column. Okay? 110, it has to go to my tens column. Okay? So my 4 from my 14 stays in my ones. My 1, 10 in my tens column has to move over to this column. Now I'm ready to add. 1 plus 2 plus 1. Yell it out. Good job. 4. 44 cents. All right. We can check this. 25, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Now, if you want to leave it this way and you want to regroup it, you can. You run into a lot of steps, but some of you I know prefer to do it this way with your mental math. So we're going to add our 2 multiples of 10, which are our ones with that end in a 0. Our 20 plus our 10 is 30. Okay, now we've used those. We're done with them. We still have to use our 9 and our 5, so we add those together. And we know that 9 plus 5 is 14. We've used those. These are our 2 new numbers, 30 and 14. 30 plus 14 more is 44. Same answer. It's a little, there are more steps to it. So you can stack it, or you can regroup it this way. We did regroup over here because we took our 1 over here. It just looks different, okay? Whichever's easier for you. I know there are some of you who prefer this way, and you're really good at it, and that's perfectly fine. Some of you prefer this way, you're really good at it, and that's perfectly fine. Either way is fine. I do want you to show me your work, though. I want you to show me your work. All right, let's move on. We have 45 plus 15, so they've given us a quarter, which is 25, 2 dimes, 25, 35, 45, that's our 45, and then a dime, and a nickel, that's our 15. So 45 plus 15 . 5 plus 5 is 10. The number 10 has 0 in the ones column. This is my ones column. And it has a 1 in the tens column. So this 1 has to stay in my tens column. I have to move it up. 1 plus 4 plus 1. Good job. 60 cents. Now let's check it. 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. Good job, guys. Flip over to the next page. Page 228. Okay, same thing, we're still adding. 15 plus 15, we have a 10 cent plus a nickel. That is our first 15. Dime, penny, 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 penny. That's our other 15. So 15 and 15. 5 plus 5 is 10. In the number 10, the 0 is the ones. Our ones have to stay in our ones column. There is 1 10 in the tens column. It has to stay in our tens column. column, so we put it in our tens column. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 30. Now if you want to branch that out, 10 and 5, 10 and 5, you add your tens together, and that's 20. Add your 5s together, then add those two answers up. 20 plus 10 is 30. Okay? You can branch it or stack it, either way. Then we can count our money to check it. 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 10 more is 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, one more. 25 cents, that's our quarter, plus 13. We have 2 nickels and 3 pennies. 25 plus 13. 5 plus 3 is, yell it out. Good job, 8. 2 plus 1 is, yell it out. Good job, 3. 25 plus 13 is 38 cents. Let's check it. 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38. Great job, 38 cents. All right, moving on down. They've given us our first value, which is 50 cents. We'll move it down. Then they've given us coins for our second value. So we have 10, 10, 10, 10. We have 4 dimes. 10, 20, 30, 40. 50 plus 40. You can stack it. You really don't need to branch it out because you would just branch it out to the same multiples of 10. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 4, 9. We have 90 cents. Same thing on number 6. 21 cents, which they gave us. We move it down. Then we have nickel, 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 nickel. Let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now we're ready to add 21 plus 25. Remember to keep your ones in the ones column. 1 plus 5, 6 ones. Your tens are in the tens column. 2 plus 2 is 4. 21 plus 25 is 46 cents. All right, flip on over to the next page. If I'm going a little fast, it's because we're on video. If we were actually in class, we would be going a lot slower. I would be walking around, checking your work, making sure you're on target, answering any questions. So if you need to pause the video and ask a question to mom or dad, do that, okay? Don't try to keep up with me on your paper. I'm just going through and teaching you how to do it. If you need to skip one because I'm getting ahead of you, that's okay. Skip it and go back to it, okay? But let's go ahead and move to our next page. And we're doing the same thing. They've given us our first value. So we're just going to bring it down to our first blank. 8 cents plus we have a dime, a nickel, and a nickel. So 10, 20, 25, 30. 8 plus 30. We don't even have to stack it. We know that 8 plus 30 or 30 and 8 more is, blow it into your hand, release it. Good job. 38. 38 cents. Here they've given us 17. And they've given us 4 dimes and 4 pennies. Let's count it up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. 44 cents. Now we're ready to add 17 plus 44. 7 plus 4. Good job, 11. That's where those fast facts come in. In the number 11, we have 1, 1, which has to stay in our ones column. We have 110, which has to stay in our tens column. 1 plus 1 plus 4. 6. 17 plus 44 is 61 cents. I want you guys to come back in a little bit and do these last three all by yourself, okay? Not right now because we're going to move on. I want you to come back and do these last three all by yourself. For now, go ahead and flip over to page 231. And I say 231 because page 230 is where we're going to find our information. We're doing the work on page 231, but page 230 is where we're going to find our information. So we don't have to do anything on page 230. All the work is on page 231. So this says Zach buys this and this. These are two patterns. Look on page 230, find this pattern, and you find the cost, which is 20 cents. This pattern is 20 cents. And this pattern is 10 cents. Okay? So Zach buys one of those and one of those. 20 plus 10. We know what 20 and 10 more is. Shout that out. Good job. 30 cents. So 20 plus 10 is 30. He spends 30 cents. All right. Tara buys this first one, which is plaid, is 10 cents. 2 of the polka dots, and those are both 5 cents. And 2 of the stripes, which are 20 cents. Okay, now we have 3 numbers to add. We've done this before. You guys are pros. Our first number is 10. Okay, then she buys 2 of the polka dots. Okay, so we have to add those up before we plug our number. 5 and 5 is 10. And then she bought 2 of the stripes, and they're both 20. 20 plus 20, if you need to stack it, you can. 20 plus 20 more is 40. So now we have 10 plus 10 plus 40. Okay, we've done this before. 10 and 10 more is 20. Don't forget your 40. Now we have 20 plus 40. If you want to stack it, you can. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 4, 6. 20 plus 40 is 60. So 10 plus 10 plus 40 is 60. She spends 60 cents. All right. I want to let you guys do 14 and 15 all by yourself. If you have a question, it is perfectly fine for Mom and Dad to help you with this. I know this is new. Adding it all up is new. You know how to do it, but it's okay to ask questions. That's why we're here. So I want you guys to go back and finish the other 2, and then finish this out, and keep practicing with your counting money. The more you practice, the better you get at it. So that's all for this lesson. I'll see you guys later.